Mexico. We're so glad to have you here.
Thank you.
I've been a blogger for a long time, and I've been your follower for longer than long.
Oh.
I've seen you transition from from mom to blog to photographer to homeschool mom. What was the most difficult transition for you? And all these different things that you accomplished.
Well, I was going to say, before you said that, I was going to say probably not being a mother to being a mother was the biggest transition, but that was a while back. So, you know, it's been really, everything has felt like such a gradual transition. Nothing has really, I haven't leapt into anything, or nothing's been sort of, you know, shooting off.
Does everything just come naturally to you at first, and you make it look so easy? And you've stayed like so down to earth, you know, and all the fame and all that. It's so sweet.
I just don't see myself as in any sort of category of famous person. Maybe I just, living on a ranch probably helps, because our daily life on the ranch hasn't changed a bit. You know, it's pretty much the same. So I travel more than I ever did, but I feel like it's all been sort of a natural series of interesting events, and I've really enjoyed it.
Do your children like it?
Yeah, they're sort of, you know, they sort of have no choice, because I've blogged since they were all really little, so they don't really know any difference. So, of course, I brought the girls with me to San Francisco, and my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law, so, you know, we embrace it and make fun out of it.
That's cool. Okay,
so we met with Bobby Flay recently.
Oh,
we covered one of his book signings in Berkeley, and he mentioned some really fun things about you. What was that whole experience throwing down with him?
Oh, it was, I mean, it was 3 days of all-encompassing action and activity and work and, you know, planning and, you know, we had to make, I think, 12 to 13 turkeys before it was all over. So that just gives you some idea of the scope. And, I mean, it was such a great experience. And, you know, I wouldn't trade it for anything. I wouldn't want to do it again. Well, for a while, it was a huge undertaking, but Bobby couldn't have been sweeter. The production staff was incredibly sweet and accommodating, and it was quite an adventure. I think it was rigged.
Okay, now I have a good question for you. I know what it's like to vlog. You're blogging in the shower, you're blogging when you're cutting the tomato.
Yes.
What's the first thing you think of in the morning and the last thing you think of at night? Are you vlogging?
Not necessarily. I mean, I think I always, you know, I blog about my life, basically. Whether that is my life in the kitchen or, you know, my life going with my husband as he does, you know, feeding cattle. So I think I'm always kind of thinking of the little funny angle with what I'm doing, and I always kind of find the humor in most things I do. And I think about cooking a lot, because I'm always kind of having to wrangle, you know, my groceries and figure out if I have enough. But yeah, the first thing I think about in the morning is I must get coffee in my bloodstream immediately.
Caffeine.
Exactly.
Yeah. So my next question probably will have to deal with your blog and your book. Your life literally is an open book. But I'm curious, is there anything that you wouldn't want to share in public?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's funny, my life is an open book by virtue of the fact that I am a blogger, but, you know, I wouldn't do a reality show where, you know, first of all, I think it would be boring, you know, for cameras to follow me around all the time, but, you know, there are certainly things I won't share. I've never really talked. I do post photos of my husband's bottom online.
It's cute, by the way.
But I don't necessarily talk about, you know, our love life in any sort of personal way. And, you know, I don't talk about certain family conversations. So I mean, it is an open book, but I definitely blog about the things that I would talk to my sister about. You know, which is why it's so natural for me.
I know where you met your husband. You read your book, which is a kind of cool book. and met in a bar. A lot of people these days meet online. So I was wondering if you and your husband ever met online, what do you think his pickup line would be? And what would you say?
His pickup line might be, have you ever saddled a horse?
Oh, and you'd say?
And I'd say no, and he'd be instantly interested in me. So
It's all about
That's all about the horse. Very good.
So my last question is, how involved are you with the filming of your movie? We know that Reese Witherspoon is playing your role, but who's going to play Margot Man?
Well, I don't know, and Reese is interested. I don't think she's officially committed, and I haven't been in touch with them. That's sort of in their hands, and I haven't heard much about it lately, but I don't know who would play my husband. It's hard to imagine.
If you had a choice, who would you want?
I always find the actors that nobody knows. There's an actor named Michael Fassbender that I think would be perfect, but nobody knows. I don't think of the Matthew McConaughey's, the Brad Pitts. I think of kind of the unknown actors. My husband's real kind of strong and silent, and you know, I don't really know anybody like him. So,
well, thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you very much.
Signings are so tiring.
Oh no, it's really fun. This is my favorite part of traveling. So
I have one really quick question.
Yes.
Our blog is about bringing celebrities and people to as close as we can to the public. What blogging advice do you have for people who want to make it in the blog world? Like how successful you were?
Well, I thought about that. I never could have orchestrated this. I didn't plan this from the beginning, so it's all sort of unfolded. I think just write as you would talk to someone, and blog frequently, because that's the only way you're going to improve and find your voice. So
thank you so much.
Thank you.
We have a
thank
for
you very much. Oh, how sweet.
All of the stuff that we put together for you.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, what a cute bag. That is darling. I can't wait to look at it.
And we made this for you too.